Today it's Thursday, August 7, 2025. This is a C63 with a Supercharger installation. All the parts outside of the boxes. Here is a Supercharger, covered for now with the belt, the Supercharger oil here. Keep that there for now, no need. Installation instructions, you never know. Following it step by step. Alright. Who stick this? This is you, Omar, right? Yeah, I spread it apart. You went and you stick it to each other. Don't do that again. Thank you. Supercharger pulley, why I have it here? It doesn't have to be here. Keep it there for now. Tensioner, spark plugs, fasteners, clamps, wiring. I have the fuel injectors are down here. This is for the fuel rail. The fuel rail itself, the loop here, intake manifold gaskets, the bracket for the pulleys, another bracket small here, bridge front actually. We're gonna come to the damper pulley. We're gonna come there. Hoses, okay, and one it came already with mark. Nice, okay. Yeah, this is the connector for the radiator hose that need to be cutted and put again. This is for the hydraulic. This might be for the hydraulic, yeah, because need to relocate the hydraulic, the power steering tank. All right, PCV seal. All right, fine. This is the outer pulley for the Supercharger. This is the inner pulley for the auxiliaries. For the rest, the bolt, the drill bit, the pins. I have no clue what's that. I haven't opened it yet. We're gonna see about that. Here I have the intercooler, the cooler front, the heat exchanger for the Supercharger, the two couplers for the throttles to the air boxes, and here I have the tank for the reservoir for the coolant of the Supercharger with a pump inside. Alright, keep that there. Alright, what I have done. As per instructions, I have removed the two brackets back over there. The guys, they remove it for me, and we support again the dipstick with the 245 Torx to create some space. As per instructions. Alright, then I have removed the crankshaft seal and the front crankshaft seal and the damper pulley. I have installed the tool over there. It's not the first time that I'm drilling it. This is well known for the pulleys. But what I want to show you, this is the drill bit that it came with the damper pulley, with the bolt, with these pins. Okay, it came this. I make this mark here to know where to stop. The thing is, see what's the problem here. This is 1164 high speed steel. This is not 1164. This is 316. If I drill it with this, if I make the mistake and I drill with this, see what will gonna happen. This is not right. Alright, it will not gonna work like that. So be careful, don't use this drill bit if it's not 316. Let me open the pins to show you. Alright, these are the two pins, one's on the table, one's on my hand, that are coming with the kit. Watch this. This has nice tight fit. Okay? Here, and if you put it here on the damper pulley, it's closing beautiful, nicely. All right, if I put the drill bit, see what is gonna happen. It will not gonna close properly. Let me put it this way. Watch how much movement it has. It's not the right size. That's my point. Now we are waiting for the 316 drill bit to arrive to drill the crankshaft, but until we get the drill bit, I can continue with the rest. Right? You're not gonna bother anything if I put the brackets. If the bracket located provided 2mm seam as shown, so we need to get a 2mm seam here. We have to find the seam. We have also another one small bracket. This small bracket, you have the pair of scissors. Omar, open this one. cut this one. I believe that the other bracket is here inside. That's what I believe. talking about this one behind. That's what we are doing now. Cut this and this, both, to open it. And before we put the supercharger, we need to check the wiring for the map sensor.
Can I remove it?
Yeah, remove. Open.
Leave it only.
Take it out. Alright, so it's this one. Fine. So now we need to find 2mm seam that comes here, like I said. Alright, I'm gonna show you the progress, but I'm not gonna show you step by step. Give me a break. We need to remove also this bracket here. It's on our way. And I'm gonna show you also how it gonna looks like the crankshaft after drilling it. It's gonna be nice and beautiful. We're gonna compare my drill, how I'm gonna drill it, and we're gonna compare it on the instructions how it looks like. I have a picture on Instagram a couple of years ago that how it looks like after drilling it. There is you have to be careful with the RPMs. You don't have to go fast, you don't have to go slow, and you don't have to use cutting oil. Alright? That's it. Let's continue. Let's start working on it. Where you go? Come here. Come here. You don't see here where is the problem? Oh man. No, there is also a number plate. I cannot put your face because there is a number plate over there. Come here. When we're gonna put this bridge here, I'm gonna close back the guided pulley, the idler pulley, and the belt. It's not the most serviceable part here. So my question is, you actually ask the owner. He wants to change the pulleys and the belt to put a new one. I'm not saying that has some problem, his pulleys or the belt. All right, I'm not saying that there is any problem. There is no problem at all. I'm just saying to don't come after 10,000 kilometers and we spend how many hours to reach and change the pulleys. That's my point. Now that it's, let us say, to put a new guided pulley, new idler pulley, new belt. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not saying about the small idler pulley here because it's accessible. I'm not saying about the tensioner because it's accessible. I'm saying about these two and the belt.
And what about the water pump is okay? You tell me.
The water pump, there is no problem at all. I'm talking about one guided pulley, one idler pulley, and the belt. It's a good chance to change it now, to put a new one now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying if he wants to change also the tensioner and the small pulley, it's okay, it's welcome. But at least these two and the belt, to put a new one before we close it behind. Okay? Ask the owner, and I'm continuing here. Until we get an answer regarding the belt and the two pulleys here, I changed the PCV. I put the new one, the old one is down over there, and I opened the supercharger and I put the adapter here for the PCV. And this one, it's the adapter that goes to the intake manifold, usually. Alright, it doesn't fit because of this solder. Yay, it's not amazing. Alright, let's modify this to accept it. Should I modify this one or should I? No, I'm gonna modify this because anodized on this I'm gonna remove only 2-3 millimeters from here. On this one I have to do it all. Yeah, alright. Oh boy, this goes, where's the intake manifold now? Who knows? Dang it, I forget it. I have to check also the alternator that it's not turning through. Oh boy. Let me find the intake manifold. Alright, it was right next to me, the intake manifold. Yeah, on the intake manifold, it fits. Alright. Yeah, there was using it actually. So this is undersized. This adapter is to be connected with this. And this we're gonna need. Why it's like that? What's the cuts here? I don't get it. Alright, let me ask the guys. Am I missing something here? Ah, they open. Oh boy. What did they open? How did... Oh, also this is like that. And yeah, never mind. My point was that it should need 90 degrees to connect here, because the original comes here. Alright, it comes at this point. Now it comes at this point. We're gonna see, might be routed this way, down here. We're gonna find out, right? Okay, leave that here. Then, another one small thing. To put the oil in the supercharger, you don't have to split the intercooler here up, the heat exchanger that has inside, or the intake manifold. What you have to do, the supercharger is upside down. You have to fill it up from down here. So now that I have it outside, it's easy to make it upside down, carefully to don't destroy the actuator, alright, and fill it up. Later on, if you want to change the supercharger oil, what it takes to remove the supercharger. Yay, isn't that beautiful? Lovely. Lovely. One is gonna be for the brake booster, the other one is supposed to be for the charcoal canister solenoid. I'm talking about this one. One is this one, the other one is the brake booster here. Fine. This, I have no clue what's that. We're gonna find out. Hi there. Alright. From this side. Yeah. From this side, one, the left one, it's supposed to be for the actuator. When you have wide open throttle, or when you have it on idle, as an example, or partial, to actuate the bypass throttle that has here. The other one, this is not for a boost reference because it's on a vacuum. At this point here, it does have a boost. Where is located the PCV? Where is located the actuator? And the vacuum port here. Ah, maybe this they have it for the secondary injection, but the secondary injection has been cancelled. And it does have also runners, like the OEM. I'm talking about, you see that has this fitting here. There is no runners inside the supercharger. There is no secondary injection. Right. Right. So okay. Alright. We might block this one. We might block this one. This. There is a fitting for that. No, it's not threaded. Maybe you have to remove this one to thread this on, the plug. From one cylinder, you're gonna read the... This is the other side, that's the female, and this is the male. This goes together. This is for the fuel rail with the fuel injectors. There was also hairs inside. Should we make a test DNA to see who belong? I'm joking. There is a spacer for one throttle. There is a plug. These are for the throttles. This one's to block on the throttles because we get the vacuum from outside for the charcoal canister. These need to be tapped. Fine. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what's missing. They remove it here. Why they remove it here? I don't know why they remove it there. Alright, okay, fair enough. The 2mm seam here, I didn't find anywhere. Lovely. It's supposed to have a 2mm seam, but I don't know if you're gonna need even the seam. Maybe on this design, no need. It's not been bolted down full, just temporarily by hand to see how we're gonna sit. Alright, so the throttles I'll be able to install it later. The same thing also with the pipes here. This thing I wanna see what it is. The rail, you're not gonna give me a headache to install it. Either this, because if you from the bolt, 4 fingers from the bolt. Where's the bolt? Oh, come on, here, 4 fingers. Yeah, you have the heater cord. Okay, but it's a little bit more in, right? Yeah, it is more in. So we're gonna end up somewhere here. Somewhere at this point, and here. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking to install the supercharger. That's why. And the map sensor. There you go, map sensor here. Fine. Need to find also the 2 small bolts for the map sensor. This is supposed to be the 2 small bolts for the map sensor. Let me take it from the intake manifold and put also the map sensor. It's gonna be a headache to put it afterwards and see what in hell I'm gonna put here. Definitely you're not gonna get the brake booster only from 1 cylinder, because you're gonna have pulses, like I said. Not after the supercharger, because you're gonna tell me it has a check valve, but the brake booster, that's not right. It's not right. You're gonna tell me why I'm not checking the instructions, because they're not very clear, the instructions. I'm gonna check it again, but like I said, it's not. It is helpful, but they're lagging at one point. Yeah, Tassos, you stupid. Intake temperature sensor. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, my fault here. Intake temperature sensor. Alright, and it's a good one. It's on the number 8 cylinder, the last cylinder, far away. Lovely. Map sensor down here. Fine. This is the hose. Okay, later on. Let me get the map sensor and the intake and temperature sensor, fill it up with oil and install it. There is no point to be out, and move on. Supercharger upside down. Map sensor in place, intake and temperature sensor in place. Alright. Also the glass, it's here. So that means when I'm gonna place it properly inside there, the glass here I'm not gonna see nothing, because it has to be at this orientation to see the oil. Alright, fine. Let's charge it with oil, and then there is a breather hole here in the middle. So I'm gonna turn it like this, counterclockwise, not clockwise. Don't come here. You're not gonna come, you're gonna need some time. Yeah, alright, fine, fair enough. Let's put the oil in. Instead, they are working for us. Why? Because if you need to change, they have to pay how much labor in order to take it out. But like I told you earlier, you put the glass here, let us say where it's supposed to be, the correct level, alright? You put this one here, and you fill it up from here, or from here, from the side. After all, you're not going to fill up the oil so far. But supercharger is swivel, intake manifold is different. Has another one here? No, this is supposed to be this one. There you go. Alright, I found it. Found that. I was scratching my head earlier, Jimmy, for that. What goes here? And here goes the intake temperature sensor. So what the fuck? Why? It's okay. It's fine. Let's put the oil in. Supercharger installed. How said that? I had misfire. Okay, to install it, to put it in, because there is a guided pin here and there, I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. Just only lose it, and lose also these 5 bolts. Then it went inside, then I torqued down this, then I torqued it down as well, and it's fine. The cap is in place. I had to remove it to reach on this Allen bolt. Then I connect the map sensor back over there. It's been plugged in down over there. They extend the wiring for me, the guys. I have connected also the actuator for the bypass valve here. Alright, and here is the integer terminal sensor that I disconnected earlier to reach at this bolt down over there. Lovely, they're looking good. Now, we get approved. I'm changing these two pulleys and the belt for a peace of mind. Let's do that. I install also the front bridge here with the 3 pulleys. I pass the belt, the tensioner in place, the supercharger pulley hot cold. I warm it up with a heater gun down over there. I slide it in. I have hand tied the 5 Allen here. I'm gonna torque it down properly with 1 drop of blue Loctite when I'm gonna put the belt on the damper pulley, and we're gonna have some grip. Fine. I put also a new belt down here, and I put also a new pulley here and a new pulley here as well. Alright. We get a permission from the customer. Now, how are we gonna continue now? Wait, sorry. By the way, you see that it's showing that it does have oil because the supercharger is upside down. Alright, so don't think that it does have an oil. There is oil, just it's on the bottom. It's up. Yeah, it's fine. That's what I'm saying. If you fill it up till here, the oil is gonna start coming out from here. So, and most oil will gonna explode. We're gonna have too much drag. Yeah, never mind. It's fine. It's okay. That's my point. Then, I'm gonna clean the throttle valve bodies, both of those, to be nice and clean, and then I'm gonna tap it here and here because I need to use these 2 blocks. Alright, it's the same threads like the one for the methanol nozzles for the jets. It's exactly the same tap. And then I'm gonna continue with the alternator. Yeah, oh boy, I think we have a alternator. I might fix out of 2 alternators one. We're gonna see the brushes on that. So to put it also to go outside of the way, and then waiting in half hour I'm gonna have also the drill bits to drill the crankshaft down there. Alright, but I forget to put the cover here. Oh, here I have the old parts. We can put it there. I put the tensioner, I put also the small pulley here. Yeah, alright. It's easy accessible, this pulley. I mean, yeah. Enough. What I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that here has an oil cut scan, alright, and we don't have a nice tank, we have a reservoir for the coolant. And then we have also a tank for the power steering fluid. That this is the feed and this is the return, and this, I didn't saw something on the instructions on where to put the tank. Maybe I'm blind. I'm gonna check that again. Alright, you know what, makes sense to put, no, I'm not gonna put now. I was thinking about to put the rail and the injectors, but leave it later on because I want to route the pipes, like I said, for the brake booster. Yeah, it's gonna be the rail on the way. No, leave it later, it's not a big deal. Here we have enough clearance. I already checked that before. It's not touching anywhere, no nothing. Fine. It's being torqued down for final, torqued down for final. The same thing also with the tensioner here. This is not for final. That means it's gonna be the damper pulley to be torqued down and the supercharger pulley. And we have to remove the starter to lock the flex plate to be able to torque it down, because I don't have a way. There is no tool to hold the ATI damper pulley. There's no tool to hold. Should I make one tool and grab it here and one adapter to hold it steady to be able to torque it down? We're gonna see. We're gonna see about that. We're gonna find out. Alright, moving on. Like I said, throttles, alternator. Done from the throttles. I clean them like another time. I tap it, I block it. All good. Alright, let's continue now with the alternator. Alternator disaster. Full of dirt, sand, and it's not even straight, like I said. I have it here on the right side of the table. Why? Because there I have 4 cam adjusters from the white 204, the C63, that I have already prepared. And why in hell I have it out? Let me wrap it with nylon to don't be there. I'm gonna open the alternator. What we have? We have the rotor that's bent. Probably. We're gonna see that. I wanna see the brushes, I wanna see also the bearings. And I don't know, if I have a rotor, I might change it out of 2 alternators to make one. We're gonna see, or worst case scenario, we're gonna get one Boss alternator, we're gonna put it on and we're gonna call it a day. It depends. This will not gonna happen today, it's gonna happen tomorrow. I have to go to drill the crankshaft now. That's why they brought me the drill bits. If I have the chance, most probably we're gonna remove the brushes to see at least how it is. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that to see the brushes at least. It's not a big deal. Oh boy. It has some dirt there, And here. Alright, let's see how much meat have the brushes. Has a step, also the shaft has a step. Oh boy. Alright, it's not okay. The top one it is a little bit less. The lower one it's halfway there. And has also the shaft. Okay, you don't care about the shaft. It's gonna be smart to put also the voltage regulator with the brushes. It's gonna be smart to change the alternator. Yay. I guess. Yeah. Alright, question mark here. Leave it for now. Let me wash my hands again. Keep it there. Let's see now how that looks like before I put the seal. These are the pins. I'm keeping the chamfering side pointing front and the one that's flat back. Let me turn on the light. That's how that looks like. You see that's been exactly in the middle, and the same thing also from this side. And when you try to put it, it comes nicely. That's supposed to be. You don't have to drill it full inside. There is no point to drill it full inside. The pin is smaller. Same thing also here. Boom. Lovely. Not bad, not bad. Now, this tool, it's one use only, because with this tool you are drilling that tool and the crankshaft at the same time. So you cannot reuse it again. You cannot reuse it again, you have to make a new one. Because this side inside, it's been drilled together. If you try with this tool to drill another crankshaft, what is going to happen? It's not going to have the same resistance on the left, it's going to have more resistance on the right. It might break the drill bit. I don't know, I haven't tried to be honest. Or it's going to go sideways. Fine, let's see on the instructions how it looks like on the picture there. The same thing. This is how it looks like. It doesn't look that much straight and it's been drilled much more in. Alright, it is what it is. You're gonna tell me if it's working. Yeah, who am I that I'm gonna judge, right? But I'm proud of this. Actually, even the first time that I did it like that. They're looking good. Now, let me put the seal. Let me put the seal and put the damper pulley in. I'm not gonna torque it down for final. I'm gonna drive it inside root the belt and all these things, and then, like I said, it needs to be removed the starter to be able to lock the flex plate and to be able to torque down properly the damper pulley bolt. Give me a second. I have another question. This is the seal that they're giving with the pulley, with the kit, alright? My question is, it doesn't have a lines, the inner seal, and there is no rotation mark. At least, maybe I'm blind. It does have a rotation mark. Should I use this one or should I get an OEM? We're gonna fit the OEM or it's different? That's why they give you this. No, you cannot use the OEM. So, okay, alright, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. Because it's bigger. It's good that it's bigger, to don't snap, don't crack. Because I know one company is making it, it's very thin here and it's cracking. It's always welcome to be thick. Alright, so there's no option, I have to use this seal. Alright, let's install it. Alright, it turned up well, the seal. Fine. Let's put the damper pulley. And that's how does it looks like. I use the old bolt to drive it in. The important thing is, you see on the right the pin and you see on the left the pin. Yeah, the left one, it went a little bit more inside, and you see also the woodcraft key up there inside. Beautiful. Alright, there is one pin, there's the other pin. So we have the new bolt here. I'm gonna use the new one to finally for the final torque. Alright, that's it for today. The rest tomorrow. Omar, you're gonna continue doing some things, like the throttles, some pipes, check the instructions. I didn't put the fuel rail. Why? To put the brake booster, to put the charcoal canister solenoid, you know, from back that comes there. Leave the fuel rail at the end. Alright? So throttles, you have one spacer from one side, most probably needs to be raised more. These are the bolts. I already put the block here. Alright? I prepared it, nice and clean. Spark plugs, we have to gap the spark plugs. Alright? This one. Open it. Can I tie the supercharger, the damper pulley? 1 second, let me open the supercharger pulley. Okay, looks like that. Yep, nice. Even with this pulley on. Alright. Okay. It says torque T40 plus bolts to 16 foot-pounds. Blue Loctite required. All bolts must be used. Alright. Do not drill. This one should not be. Okay, yeah, know that. Fine. So that's what we have. T40. It's talking about the 1, 2, 3 bolts, right? How many? 1 second. It's showing 3 only here, and this is what? Should I warm it up? Yeah, it's gonna be nice with the, yes, that's what I'm gonna do, you know, with the, not this way, this way. Yeah, because if you put it this way, no, that's what you dumb. This way, this way. And I'm gonna do it with a heater gun. There you go. I have it down there. Right, blue Loctite, how much I said? 16 foot-pounds, right? Yeah. 16 foot-pounds. Alright, let me find the fasteners, the bolts for that. Here, where was the nylon for the pulley here? I didn't show any bolt. I have 3 bolts here. But these bolts, I was expecting to find ARP, black color. It's not the same. That's not the same. Is it? Let me try. Let me try. Dang it. I was expecting to find this kind of bolts or this kind of bolts. Not this. These are definitely not the right bolts. Alright. That's what I have to say. It doesn't come. Maybe it's here inside. These are the fuel injectors, and these are supposed to be for the fuel rail, the small bolts. Nothing to do here. This is the coolant tank. Oh boy. Alright, let's talk to Omar. He knows more in inches than me. And let's find the bolts for that. Alright, that's it. That's it for now. The alternator, we're gonna see if the owner will gonna get a new one, Boss, or we're gonna repair this one. If it was me, I was gonna put a new one and finish the story, but that's me. It's not mine. It's not my call, after all. This belt, I can keep it down. This belt, I put it here. No need. Yeah, I'm remaining the alternator. Right. Remaining here the alternator to go in place. This overlap there. Here it's fine. Here it's fine. And this is supposed to come the alternator there. They're fine. Here it comes for the supercharger. Let's put also the bolt there inside, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Tomorrow the rest. What we have. These are loose. They're by hand. I said before, need the blue Loctite here. Need to torque down the damper pulley bolt. Need to find the 3 bolts for the outer pulley for the supercharger and alternator. Meanwhile, the guys are going to continue with the spark plugs. We have to gap the spark plugs. Throttles, like I said, tanks and all these things. The heat exchanger later on, not now. Yeah, that's it for now. Wow. Thank you very much. Over and out.